What's up, guys? Aces Beam here. So I need to take another break. Now, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you already know why. But my life is spiraling down, like how I said in the title. So, if you don't know, you already know this if you follow my music or Instagram and Twitter, possibly. I've been battling depression for about the last year or two. And like, I'm sorry, this is unscripted. It's a lot of emotions right now. But, basically, this all started back in like 7th grade. When my first girlfriend of 2 years, 8 months, and 14 days broke up with me. My second girlfriend, later that year, about like 2 months, she cheated on me. So I broke up with her. Now, those were little sound great flings, blah, 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 but still, it hurts. Now, it doesn't hurt me now, it doesn't hurt present me, but it hurts. The past hurts. And I didn't date until 9th grade, so I took like a full year or two off of dating. Then, in like March, I met this woman, and that was 17 years old, and I started dating her. Well, turns out I was being catfished. Now, I'm not saying, catfish for money or whatnot. This person was just a trans 13-year-old boy, so the boy identified as a girl. Physically a boy, identifying as a girl. No problem with that. I support LGBTQ all the way. But I was being lied to, saying it was a 17-year-old female. I broke up with that person, and because one, for me, you have to physically be a girl for me to date you. I know a lot of people say that's transphobic, whatnot. No, to me, it's not. I can't do it. And plus, I was lied to. And then after that, like 1 or 2 weeks, that one didn't hurt me as much, but it still hurts being lied to. Then after that, I got with another person, and on like April 4th or something like that. We actually knew each other way longer than that. My song Conflicted was about her and me having a crush on her. She was actually planned on asking me out the day right before quarantine started in March. But she didn't get to because her foster mom told her to stay home and whatnot, and she couldn't tell me because she was grounded that, hey, plans changed, can't go. And she said it was for a birthday party when there was no party there, so she actually planned on asking me out there. But didn't happen. So around in April, I ended up asking her, and she said yeah. Then her new foster parents said, hey, don't talk to her no more, blah, 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 blah. And she couldn't talk to me for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, she messaged me out of nowhere. We talked, and then she said she had to go. I said bye and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. Tried to talk to her for every single day for 2 months. Not one response. I broke up with her. I was the only one trying to keep the relationship alive. At this point, I'm basically broken. And I feel the exact same way. But in this part of the story, I'm like broken. I feel like no one is there for me. I don't have a soulmate, blah, 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 blah. It really does seem that way. Sorry. Then I met And then I met this person. I'm not going to give any names. Again, if you follow my Instagram or my Twitter, you know who they are. However, do not go and hate them. Me and her are still friends. If you do go and try to attack her and hate her, I do not want you on this channel. I do not want you on my Instagram. I do not want you on my Twitter. We do not need you here. Sorry in advance to this person, but she is bi. Now, again, if you are homophobic, we don't want you here. Again, homophobics are rude. It's not right. We do not want you here. She has my full support of being bisexual. This is important for later down the line. I meet her on like June 26th. No, June 23rd or something like that. And I instantly felt something different, like a spark. So this is why this hurts a lot more, because it felt different. Like the second day, me and her pulled an all-nighter together because we had mutual friends and whatnot, and we were just like, let's get to know each other more. That's the night she ended up falling in love with me. A little bit later, I go to our mutual friend's house, Gideon, and she left me 3 signs that she liked me. First one was while I was at Gideon's house. She just randomly messaged me out of nowhere, asking me what I was doing. The second one is that she invited me to Japan, even though I only knew her for like a week. And then the third one was more obvious. If you've seen the anime Love, Chinibyo, and Other Delusions, you know it's a rom-com, and the main couple is Rika and Yuta, right? And Chinibyo, and their Chinibyo names, Rika's is Eye of the Wicked Lord, Yuta is Dark Flame Master. And she randomly just called me Dark Flame Master to make the reference, but also throwing a hint that she liked me. That was the one that I caught. I didn't catch the other 2. Then at 1:11 in the morning on July 4th, Independence Day, I'm gonna keep most of it private, but needless to say that that night I confessed to her and she confessed back. Now keep in mind, I had a lot of insecurities of dating somebody that I haven't met yet in person. And she told me, don't let them hold you back, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. So essentially, she asked me out. And I was like, you know what? I won't let them meet me up inside. At this point, 1:11 in the morning, on July 4th, me and you are dating. And that's how we got together. Again, I'm leaving most of that out. It's private information. Everything is fine, everything's smooth, we're dating and whatnot. I go to her house on my birthday, then I go to her house the weekend after, watch movies, then I don't see her again until her birthday because of her parents, and I got her a bunch of stuff, and whatnot. Me and her end up going to this pond with 2 mutual friends, John and Gideon. I introduced her to John, and Gideon was already a mutual friend. That's how we actually met, through him. We go to this pond, and everything's fine. We're supposed to find Gideon in these woods. We can't find him. John was able to find him, but we couldn't. We ended up drifting apart from John, and it's just me and her in the forest and whatnot. Nothing like that happened. Get your mind up the gutter. But I teach her how to slow dance, right? Because she decided to put music on, and me and her were just laying there. Then 2 days later, she ended up breaking up with me because she was questioning her sexuality a lot. However, what I did was I ended up proposing an idea of taking a break from each other instead of breaking up. She ended up deciding to stay with me later that day. So, yeah, there was that. Now, you would think that split would have drove us further apart. All it really did was, hey, I can't do this physically. Like, I was kissing her on the cheek and whatnot. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this no more for a little while. I'm not going to call you by nicknames like babe or baby for a little while and whatnot. And we ended up working back to the point we were later in September. And so everything was fine and whatnot. October, we were really close, emotionally, vocally, physically. In fact, the closest we got physically was kissing on the lips. I had my first kiss in my life on October 10th. She kissed me and whatnot, and that was both, and from my knowledge, that, yeah, that's her first kiss in her life as well. So, things were going well. Then around the start of November, she started to seem distant. She used to do these things, and then no, she didn't anymore and whatnot. And me being insecure from the past and clingy, I noticed, and it was eating me up inside. And she kept like, you sound upset. And I'm like, oh no, my voice just changes tones like that. Sometimes it's hard for me to control, which is true. There are times where I sound upset when I'm not. But there were also times I was just saying, no, it's fine, when that's what was bothering me. Then one night, I decided to confront her about it. I'm like, you know what? It's not going to go back to normal. It's not going to change unless me and her work it out together. All she said was goodbye and left the PlayStation party. I got our mutual friend Gideon to confirm for me that she didn't mean she was breaking up with me. She just needed space. So I gave her space. Still ate me up inside. Because you just want to know why she was acting different. Then me and her she explained why she needed space and why she was acting different. But I didn't get to explain my side of things, so we didn't get to fully talk it out. Because, like, her sister came in and whatnot, and then wanted to play with us, and Kayla, yeah, that's her name. No, I'm sorry. She just, yeah, she didn't say no. Then a few days later, I said I love you and whatnot, and I was like, and she didn't say back, and I'm like, you don't have to say back. I want you comfortable knowing the way we were at that time. I said, I'm guessing you're only really comfortable saying it through text message. And she said she's not really comfortable with anything anymore. And I said, oh, and I was upset. And she's like, well, you sound upset and whatnot. And it was just like, it made me feel like she was even more distant than I initially thought. A couple days later, I was trying to talk to her about it through messages because we were in a party with two friends. Well, her sister and a mutual friend of ours, Anthony. And she didn't want to talk about it and whatnot. And I'm like, look, this is bothering me. You say I can vent to you. Why can't I vent to you when it's something between us? And she just didn't want to talk about it. So I asked, do you even love me anymore? Do you still love me? And by love, do I mean romantically? She said she didn't know anymore. So I asked. And this was last night, by the way. So I asked, okay, I have an important question. Don't leave the party. Don't ignore it. It's best for us if we both know the answer. And I said, do you want to stay with me and make things work? Do Do you want to leave and stay friends? Or do you want to take a break and fall back in love in like 2 weeks? She chose to leave. She broke up with me. And she didn't tell me why, and I got my friend Gideon to tell me why. Apparently I was asking too many questions and it was overwhelming her, and she wanted to be with a girl. Because she was questioning her sexuality a lot during the stretch of November. Again, I'm fine with her being bisexual, but it hurts and whatnot. I also got Gideon to tell me how she felt about it. She said she feels bad, but she's happy. Which fucking hurts. It hurts so much. It hurts so much. I still love her. And she's happy she left. It's I lost everything. I lost my motivation to record music. I lost my motivation to record YouTube videos. I don't even know how I'm doing this right now. I lost my motivation to wake up in the morning. I made a promise to one of my friends I was going to be dead by the end of the summer. But she stopped me. She saved me. She made me happy. She took me out of that dark place, only to put me right back. And the worst thing is, I told her when we started dating, hey, if you have a problem with something that I do, in this case, the multiple questions I was asking, which was just like, hey, do you want me this? Just little questions, nothing like future advanced. You know what I mean? I said, tell me, and I'll work on it. I'll change. She didn't tell me. But she did a couple days before she broke up with me. And I was still asking questions because habits start hard to break. And she didn't tell me I was asking too many questions. She didn't tell me she didn't want to answer them. And say she don't want to make it work. And it fucking hurts so much. So yeah, right now I'm going through a breakup with Abe. And this person is so special. Was very special to me. I still love them. I'm still friends with them. Again, don't go hating on them if you're homophobic. We don't want you here. Yeah. We don't want you if you're homophobic. Don't go hating on her and whatnot. And just, it hurts so much. My friend Wyatt says I put too much energy into girls, but this is why. I'll give them everything and anything. I'll give whoever I'm dating everything and anything. If I'm able to do it. Besides, money things. Like, I can see if you're a gold digger. But I'll give them basically anything and everything. And every time it just doesn't work. We've been used as a toy in every relationship, basically. Besides this last one, and even then I feel like I was used. So that's why I need to take a break for a while. So I'm gonna probably be gone for a very long time. Maybe the only stream I'll do is a road to 200 subscribers because we're very close to that point. But I'm gonna be gone for a long time. Don't worry, I'm not gonna cut myself or anything like that. I have nothing to do that with, and I have a lot of friends and family ready to stop me if I try. So, yeah. We'll see you in the next one, however long that is. Broken Soul, out.